Happy Sunday, beautiful souls. Happy New Year. Happy 2017. It's our 1 year. It's our new beginning. It's our new start. I want to thank everybody for all their Christmas, birthday, and New Year's wishes that you all sent me. Thank you so much. I want to thank everybody for subscribing, liking, sharing my channel, my Facebook page, the daily readings, things like that. You guys are wonderful and beautiful. I also want to thank everybody for ordering the Shamama Hunting Owl 2017 calendar. I want everybody to know, some people asked questions because on Instagram, if you go to Show Divine Feminine, there are a lot of pictures from the photo shoots that we did to make this calendar. But what you see on Instagram is not everything that's in the calendar. So I just want you guys to know that. There's a lot of other pics in this calendar that I can't post on Instagram. So if you guys want to order it, you can go to showdivinefeminine.com. It's S-H-O, not S-H-O-W, like Shamama Hunting Owl. And we also have the I Am the Twin Flame bumper card decal thingy also still available. So you guys, if you want to order those things, you can go to showdivinefeminine.com. I also want to thank everybody for reaching out for readings and healing sessions, Reiki sessions from me. You guys are wonderful and beautiful, and I love working with all of you. My wait time is, I've been asked a lot lately about what my wait time is, and I usually get back to you guys within 24 hours and can usually get you on the schedule within like 2 days, depending on where you live. Okay, so what else did I want to say? We have a really cool reading this week, guys. So, and it's a beautiful new start for this new year. So I guess I'm going to just jump into the reading. Okay, this week I am going to be using the John Holland Psychic Tarot of the Heart. And I'm also going to be using a new deck that I treated myself to for Christmas, which is the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle. Really beautiful oracle deck. It's by Alana Fairchild, who does the Rumi deck. So the messages are pretty long, pretty intense. I am going to read from the book for this one, but just kind of like paraphrase things from the book that are really significant. Okay, so let us get started. This week's cards, when I pulled them, once again, I couldn't find a separation between the masculine and the feminine this week. So the reading is kind of for both of us at the same time. So the cards are non-specific. I want to start with the bottom of the deck this time. And the bottom of the deck was the Moving On card. Now, several other readers this week have gotten the same exact card for the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine energies this week, or coming up, you know, this Moving On card. Wow, you guys, this is a scary card. This is the underlying energy that's going on. So many of the Divine Feminine this week have reached out with either they're quitting the journey, they're done, they're going to settle for soulmates. So many of the Divine Masculine have ended relationships with their Divine Feminines, married someone else, got engaged to someone else, broke up with them, threw them out. It was really heartbreaking to listen to some of the stories this week. But the thing is, you guys, here's what's important about this Moving On card. It's an 8. 8 is the sign of infinity. It is truly that blessed union. And in an infinity symbol, there is this coming together and this moving apart, and this coming together and moving apart. But it's always on the same circuit, so to speak. It's always this same circular dynamic that keeps coming together and going away, and coming together and going away. This moving on that the Divine Feminine wants to do. They just want to be done. They're like, we've done this for too long. I'm over this shit. And I'm going to say to the Divine Feminine, I understand completely, number one, and I honor you. And if that is what your soul and your heart is truly telling you to do, then by all means, don't ever let anybody else tell you differently. Your truth is your truth. If you choose to move on past this journey and go off and be with a soulmate, more power to you. It's your choice. For the Divine Masculine, the moving on card is also the energy they're feeling. Some of them feel like they need to move on from this relationship because the dynamics are still not right. They feel like there are things that they can't give to their Divine Feminine. They think the Divine Feminine is like the rest of their relationships that they've had, where there's expectations and there's, all of this 3D bullshit that relationships have been about for so long. They don't understand that it's not like that with the Divine Feminine, or that it's not going to be like that. We're not talking about traditional relationships in the way they've been for all these years. We are talking about transcending our relationships to a new level. That they're not about this codependent, I keep hearing when I see this card, this man in a box, not having freedom, not being open. That's what they're used to, is being held prisoner almost in their marriages, in their relationships, being controlled, doing everything they can, and still it's not right. They don't want that anymore. They are fearful that the Divine Feminine, who they feel all these feelings for, is just going to repeat that cycle for them. And that's their own healing that they still need to do. That's their own coming into understanding that they're going to have to figure out. Remember, the Divine Masculine just recently awakened. Expecting them to figure all of this out in such a short period of time is unfair. It took the Divine Feminine a really long ass time to figure this shit out, and we're still figuring it out. Shit still comes up for all of us, me included, in these relationships that are, what are expectations? What are, what do I really want? So you've got to, and I know you hate this word, but be patient. Work on yourself. Really get into that place where you can see that it doesn't have to be a relationship like relationships have been traditionally. There's a whole nuance coming to what a twin flame relationship union is supposed to look like. And it doesn't look anything like what traditional relationships have been in the past. So just remember that, okay? I have a feeling this is going to be a long reading, guys. So the first card I got for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine is the Release card. And this is a heavy duty card, you guys. This is about shedding our skin. This is about letting it all go, tearing our hearts and souls open and releasing the control. This is a huge transformation that we are going through, that we continue to be going through. And I feel like for the Divine Feminine, this is about them really needing to let go, not move on, okay? Moving on and letting go are two very different things. Moving on is, I'm done with this shit, I'm packing my bags, I'm gone, see you later. Releasing it is letting go of the stronghold, letting go of your control, holding space. Holding space is still having that love, still having that desire, but knowing that God, the divine, has control of this, that it will come in the time it is supposed to. And knowing that there's a damn good reason why you're not with your twin right now. There's work. There's always work that has to be done. And if you think this shit's hard now while we're in separation doing the work, can you imagine what it would be like if we were together with our twin trying to do this work? Some of us are with our twin. Some of us are in the 3D. And we know what it's like to go through these cycles of coming together and coming apart and coming together. And it's, and it's difficult. It's challenging. But every time it happens, we grow from the experience. We learn from the experience. So this is really about the masculine and the feminine this week, really releasing everything they've got. Saying, here I am. I'm opening my heart, my soul. I'm ready to transform in this way that I never thought I could before. Because they understand the divine masculine right now, that the 3D world is not suiting them. They're unhappy. Even if they look like they're happy on the surface, they put on a happy face and get through their lives. Their souls are crying out to be released. And they're ready to start moving in that direction. And it's not something that happens overnight. We know that. It took the divine feminine so long to get to that place. Allow time, allow patience. Release your stronghold. It's like the harder you hold on to something, the less you can grip it. Let it go. Let it go. Offer it to God. So the next card we have for the divine feminine and the masculine is the sacral chakra card. And with this, the sacral chakra talks about intimacy, sexuality, creativity, a love beyond loves, okay? And it's a 2, which I love. But what's important to understand with these unions and with the sacral chakra, we know as the twins that there is something called sacred sexuality. We know that there is this thirst, this pining, this pain to want to connect with our twin on this incredibly intimate, sacred level. And with that comes some scary shit for ourselves and for our twin flame masculine. And I'm going to share a little bit of a personal little tidbit with you. For me, in my relationships in the past, intimacy has always been a big deal. I've had 2 incredibly, I've had my marriage that was 13 years. It was a 19-year relationship in total. And I loved that man very much. And I truly always wanted to experience that intimacy. But it was never quite right. And when I thought I was there, he left me for another woman. So in being intimate, I was hurt. Second relationship after my marriage was a 5-year relationship with someone else who I really thought, hey, I love this guy. And I tried my hardest to connect with him because I so needed that intimate connection. It was something that he was completely incapable of. He had his own brokenness and his own issues and his own addictions that he was dealing with. He had his own demons to deal with. And once again, guess what happened? I repeated that pattern of needing and wanting that intimacy and that connection so much that other women were involved in the relationship, unbeknownst to me. So the point that I'm trying to make with sharing this with you all is, with wanting this sacred sexuality, with wanting this deep, intimate relationship with someone, it's scary. All of our hurts come up. All of our fears of relationships that have failed us come up when we have offered ourselves to somebody and they have hurt us or rejected us in that intimate way. It fucking hurts. We put up armor. Yesterday I was doing a healing session with Chris Aver. Thank you, Chris. And we talked about shit, how do I get my shit to connect? I feel like there's this huge disconnect personally for me in my chakras. And I realized with her help that I have put what she saw was a house boarded up for a hurricane. I had these hurricane shutters over all the openings in my heart. And I wasn't being made allowed to connect everything that I was feeling on all levels because I was so afraid of being hurt again. And I can tell you, when I'm with my twin and we're together intimately, there is definitely still a fear of me completely being open and vulnerable in that intimate way of being able to connect in this sacred sexual way, of completely turning myself over to him. And when we do connect that way and we feel it, we can hold that space for a short period of time. And then it's like, boom, it gets scary. It's like, oh, fuck, what was that? Holy shit. What, you know, it's intense and it's powerful and it's beautiful, but it's also very scary. So with all of this blah, 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 blah that I'm getting on and on and on about, is the simple fact that those are parts we still need to heal. Those are parts that we need to understand, that we have to get rid of the rejection. We have to get rid of whatever's hurt us in the past, those past patterns, because they're not going to repeat themselves with our twins. Just like our twins being fearful that they're going to be caged, or their freedom is going to be taken away, or that we're going to be like the divine feminines in their past, we have to believe that these masculines are not going to hurt us the way we've been hurt before. And in doing so, we need to really work on our sacral chakra. And in working on our sacral chakra, and this is for the masculine also, because they're scared to death of this intimacy too. Okay, it's not just the feminine, it is the masculine. They have been rejected, they have been hurt in the same ways we have, and not felt good enough. We need to focus on that our union is cherished, our sexuality is cherished. It is a special and divine thing between us. That doesn't mean that it always has to be that way. You know, for Christ's sakes, it doesn't always have to be this big production of ooey gooey whatever. It can be about just having sex too. But there's always this safety in it. And we need to allow ourselves and our sacral chakras to be cleared, balanced, and activated. So what I suggest for anybody who, you know, either wants to do this on their own or wants to schedule a session, is to see this beautiful orange light in your sacral chakra. If you don't know where your sacral chakra is, it's between your pubic bone and your belly button. It's this beautiful cone of light, of energy, this circular motion of, I see like a vortex, or a blossoming flower, a lotus, open up in this orange light. And it holds all this energy. And it needs to be cleared. It needs to be balanced. So, you know, find a YouTube meditation video, schedule a session with anybody. Ask your angels to come in and help you clear that shit out, whatever you need to do. But this is what you need to start doing. It's really important to get to a place where you can be at peace with all of that. The next card in this reading is the Shine card, and this is a 19, which is a 1, which is a 10, which is a 1, which is a new beginning. And as we release, okay, and as we do this clearing work of our sacral chakra, we can then be able to connect our hearts. We can take that armor, those hurricane shutters, the boards off of our windows, off of our heart, and truly let that our heart light shine. This is about shining our light to the world, to our twin, to our world, to everyone we come in contact with. You know, I hear like Susie Sunshine is what they're telling me. It's like, get out there and really be the light for other people and be the light for yourself. Feel guided, be free. I mean, this woman in this card is just soaring by the light in her heart. She is truly free in the love. She's letting it go. She's allowing it to permeate her entire world. And that's what we need to be. We need to be in this joyous place of just allowing our light to shine from our heart, from that unconditional love place. The next card we have is Flow. And this is also a 10, which is a new beginning. And this again is about, you know, here he is, he's got his hand on his heart. He's wading in these beautiful waters. I mean, there's all the colors of the chakras in these cards. You know, and again, he's got that orange draped around him like the sacral chakra, okay? It's bringing that into balance. He also has the purple, which is of the crown chakra. You know, it's being enlightened to have this continuous flow through our bodies. It's about moving in the direction you're guided, but not forcing it. Going with the flow, moving forward. It's a forward movement card. But it's not a forced movement. It's not a controlled movement. It's floating down that lazy river and letting it guide you where it takes you. But it's about following your heart, not your head. It's about honoring the emotions. The water is all about your emotions and your feelings. Honoring those things and moving ahead with them. Okay, yay. The next card is a 2 card. Again, we got 2 2s, 3 2s. Holy crap, we have 3 2s in this reading, guys. The sacral chakra was a 2, this is a 2, and the next card is actually a 2. And that's I love you. I love you, babe. This is finding balance. And finding balance. We have so much going on right now. And this is the masculine and the feminine. We are looking at our plate. I see this as a plate being fucking full. Okay? We've got time and money and families and holidays and businesses and, you know, family members and all of this stuff in our worlds going on. And it's time to find balance in those things. When you do these things and release and clear your chakras and shine your light and move with the flow, everything else will come into balance. And when you start to feel off balance, you need to go ground yourself. Get some crystals. Go outside in nature. I know a lot of people, you know, live all over the world and it's freezing cold in some places. You know, take 5 minutes. I don't care how fucking cold it is. Put on all your warm clothes. Get outside. Be with nature. Hug a fucking tree. I don't know, whatever. But find some balance. Ground yourself. Because this is where we're moving. Doing all of these things will help us find this balance. And when you start to feel off balance, find a way to ground. Okay, burn some incense, light some candles, soak in a tub, whatever it takes for you to connect with being peaceful. The next 2 card we have is the Coming Together card. Okay, and this is truly the divine masculine is there. Okay, with his arm around the divine feminine. He is there for us. It may not seem it in the 3D. I hear you, because I hear the grunts and the groans already. I haven't seen my twin and he just dumped me and blah, 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 blah. But we are truly coming together. This is a year, this is a month of coming together for so many of the twins, even if it doesn't look like it right now. Even if things on the 3D level look like they couldn't be further away from me right now, they're there. Their 5D is around us and with us and connected with us, and they are truly coming together. This is going to start happening. I know you've heard it before. Nothing happens overnight. Just remember that, guys. It's a slow progress. But there is this divine cherished love, okay? The masculine feels it. The feminine feels it. There's a lot of fear around it, but in the 3D, fear. In the 5D, ain't no fear, because they know their soul in the 5D. Connect on the 5D. Connect to your twin on the 5D. Ask their souls to come in. Travel to them. See your hearts connecting. Feel that love flow. That's all I can say. Okay, so as we're coming together, the next card is a 7, and this is spirit doing their work. This is the divine doing their work in moving us together. Not moving us on, but moving us together. Okay? This is a spiritual number. This is God's light embracing our hands, tying us in this union together. Yeah, I mean, literally, that's all I can say about that is the divine is doing their work and moving us toward each other. This coming together in a 3D, in a 3D. Yes, I'm saying it. We are meant to be with our twins in the 3D. And the divine knows that, and they are working their magic. Okay, this is all their magic. Whoosh, 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 you know. I see like the magician doing their abracadabra, you know, and bringing us toward each other, toward our love. So the last card I have is from the Wild Kuan Yin deck, and it's the Daughters of the Red Tent. And this card is a 4. So we have actually 2 4s, 2 1s, 1 7, and 3 2s in this reading. Oh, and an 8, which is really all spiritual, beautiful numbers. So the Daughters of the Red Tent. And I am going to read from the book for this for you, because there are a lot of messages in this card. And I can't even possibly cover them all without the book. So we'll start with, you are at the cusp of a threshold through which you shall pass into a life transformed. It is the natural power of your own growth process that has brought you to this stage. Stepping forth with maturity, you have outgrown the world you once knew, and even the persona that you once believed to be an accurate reflection of you. At the threshold, there can be danger, for that which is new is vulnerable until it gains full strength. But you are held in sacred protection throughout this time of transition. Soon you shall emerge into full maturity and strength, integrated and ready to bring yourself to the world in a new form. It has been decreed thus by nature herself, and so it shall be. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, you guys. It has been decreed by God. By God. Okay, we are being brought to this place. Okay, so other things I want to cover with this card, it talks about that surrendering is a process of the transformation that takes courage, and that it can be exceptionally painful, okay? But what it's bringing us to is this, is part of this transformational journey that we are on. And with transformation, it takes trust, true trust, in what's happening. And that we are going in the direction we are meant to be. Believe the divine has this. Mother Nature has this. We are still being transformed every day. You know, the healing isn't over, and it's not going to be over. We're always, I mean, the big parts of it, yeah, but there are always going to be things that are going to come up and that are going to need to be worked on and healed. You know, and if you think that this part of the journey has been hard, you know, once we're together in union, it's not going to be easy either, okay? The problems are not just going to evaporate like in a snap. You know, as much healing as we're doing, it's not just going to be smooth sailing once we're in union. Like, everybody's like thinking, oh my God, if my twin would just get to me, all my problems would be solved. Bullshit. Bullshit, okay? There are still going to be constant transformation, because now it's a transformation as a couple in that union. It's about transforming the relationships and how the world has viewed relationships. It's about a whole new dimension of things that need to be worked on. So, I hope you all found this reading helpful. I want to wish you all a blessed and happy new year. I also want to say that I know I was supposed to do a video for the new moon, and I actually did, but my camera died, and then my computer got screwed up, and thank you, Mercury in retrograde, but obviously there were messages that weren't meant to go out because I actually recorded the whole video, and then my camera went ballistic. So, so that's why this video is late, but you know what? The message today was way more important than any of the messages that I tried to put out last week for you guys. So, so with that, I love you all. I am sending so much love and light, gratitude and blessings, always, beautiful souls. Have a wonderful and happy New Year's Day, and rock on. We've got this. I love you guys. Mwah. See you soon. Bye.